What's up with the squad? Back with another video. I seen that title was going down. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe button for me, please. Let's get in the video.
All right. I'll start with the gun. He claims that he carried a gun in war when he was never in war and never saw active combat. What do you think, Jesse?
I respect this guy's service. He did 24 years, so that's fine.
Definitely.
But if I served in a non-combat role, I wouldn't want anybody thinking I did. And I would go out of my way to snuff out any misreporting about me serving in combat. But he didn't do that. He not only didn't beat down those rumors, because he was in Italy guarding bases, okay. But he went out of his way to say he carried weapons. So that is a dishonorable thing to do. It shows deep insecurity and it shows naked opportunism. And then he lied about his rank. And in the military, rank is paramount. It's kind of all you have. And people take that very seriously.
Very.
And for him to say that, you know what, I made the decision to not go on this deployment, before I knew I was going to be deployed. Remember back after 9/11, Judge, they were talking about going into Iraq right after 9/11. We were talking about in 2002, the midterms were about going to Iraq.
Right.
2003, we were in Iraq. This is 2005. If you are a reservist, you know you're going at that point.
Right.
And to say, I didn't know in the timeline, he is a liar. And people take this very seriously.
So if he can lie about something like that, he definitely can lie his way throughout, the campaign and president. And that's what people aren't getting. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of people are mistaken that people when I say it, or just like Jesse said, yes, him saying, a different rank, him lying about it, him saying that he carried weapons in war. Yes, people, of course, that's what it is. It's not the simple fact of him serving, the 24, 25 years that he did, because I thank him. I thank him for his service. Regardless to whoever going to service, I thank you for that. I don't care. Hands down, regardless. That's anybody. My brother served. I'm pretty sure a lot of you that's watching right now has served. And I appreciate you for, your service and still people that's active. It's just the simple fact of you lying about it. Don't lie about something like that. It's crazy. It's too many people that have lost their lives. Family members that, lost, loved ones, people that's going through PTSD, people that's going through mental health, and I take it very serious because I go through mental health. Like when y'all see that, my clothing brand, the description box down below, that's literally me telling my story. I go through mental health. So just seeing, things like that and him lying about it, I take it serious. My brother, he goes through different things, and it's so many people that go through stuff. Or people, that have lost their lives, or, people that have lost loved ones, or, people that are damaged physically, everything, is so much. And for somebody to lie saying that they've been in war, carried, that's sickening, y'all.
Veteran community.
The truth is that Walt says he earned the rank of Command Sergeant Major, which is the highest enlisted rank, Greg. But he served as Command Sergeant Major, but he didn't stay in that role long enough to keep that title when he retired. So he lied about that. I mean, that is an out-and-out lie. And it matters to a lot of people.
Yeah, it does. A lot of people may be ambivalent about this because they're not in the military. But it cares to the people who are in the military. They do care about this, so you have to respect that opinion. I like that he said he would ban the very weapons that he carried in war, which means no weapons, so I can go and get a tank. But you know what? Here's the thing. It's really easy not to say you were in war. I mean, I'll be at the beach, okay? People will come up to me and they'll go, "Thank you for your service," because I'm wearing a camo Speedo. And I go, look, I'm a civilian. I'm always quick to add, I'm a civilian, and then they go on their way. But the reason why it's like people in the military care.
And it is some people that's out here that literally would say thank you and act like they have actually been in the military, and they have not. I've seen it myself, of people literally dressing like they've been in the military, Literally like they've been in the military because, I've seen plenty of videos of everything of them getting called out because they want free food or free drinks or free this, or they just doing it. It's a lot of people out there that does it, and it's literally sad. You know what I mean?
It's because almost all the cases of stolen valor are in the military. It's not like Jesse's going around Midtown telling everybody he's in, the Navy SEALs, at least anymore. But it would be like if you don't, let me put it this way. If you think it doesn't matter, imagine somebody claiming to take credit for your work. And you go to a bar to meet your other friends at happy hour, and you go, you wouldn't believe this. This guy, Jesse, steals my work all the time. And then your friends go, oh, that's no big deal, dude. It's just what... They don't care because it's not their work. So you have to understand that the stolen valor is particularly important to the people that are in that world. So as small as these items might be, they're not small to the people in that world.
Right. And in that world, for you to say the weapons that I carried, in war, I mean, the guy went to Italy. That was not a combat zone, Harold. I mean, how does this guy, he's a governor, he was a congressperson, how does this guy who accepted the running for VP not think this kind of stuff is going to come up?
Well, he ran for Congress a few times, and I think this came up. And when he ran for governor, this came up. And voters, whatever happened, voters reconciled themselves with it. Now, I don't disagree with the main point here. He needs to clean this up, explain it. I don't think it was anything nefarious. That's just my thought on it. I think both Senator Vance and...
This man just said clean this up? Did he just say clean this up, or am I tripping?
Stuff is going to come up.
Well, he ran for Congress a few times, and I think this came up. And when he ran for governor, this came up. And voters, whatever happened, voters reconciled themselves with it. Now, I don't disagree with the main point here. He needs to clean this up, explain it.
How can you clean something up when there's people that literally went through horrible experiences and still go through horrible experiences because of the horrible experiences they went through? And you saying that he should clean this up, that doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't make sense to me. That's sick just for him saying it. How can you sit there and be like, oh yeah, he needs to clean this? It's nothing to clean up. What he has done is done. It's there, stamped. It's nothing that he can possibly clean up. To help the situation? And if y'all want me to be real with y'all, it's for him to just, I don't know. I don't even want to say nothing bad, to bad for my channel. I honestly think that they need to, get a W to Trump. Cause this right here, and I say this because, just drop out, because just think about it. He done did this, and it's bad, and obviously we know they're not going to do that. Kamala literally is paying people, paying TikTokers, paying influencers to, put in a good word for her. She's not doing nothing, that didn't help the past 4 years for this country. But then people, obviously they think that it's just going to be a turnaround. I'm like I said, Harold, that is literally insane for him to say. That's sad.
I don't think it was anything nefarious. That's just my thought on it. I think both Senator Vance and Governor Walz are the only two veterans on the ticket this time. They both should be.
From my understanding, Vance actually was in Iraq. He was actually in war, I'm pretty sure, right? If I'm not mistaken.
And celebrate and give gratitude for what they did for our country. But I hope he cleans this up and fully explains it.
Why does he keep on saying that?
The difference between Vance and Walz is that Vance was actually in Iraq.
See what I mean?
Took it to Iraq. This guy was too scared to take it to Iraq.
I wouldn't go there.
Well, I would, and the men in his battalion would also.
I know, the difference is Vance didn't lie. It doesn't. The service doesn't matter. Yeah. Even though he did 24 years, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about that he lied.
And actually, it is against the federal.
It's the principle about the whole situation, and that's what a lot of people aren't getting. And for Harold Ford Jr., because I'm gonna tell y'all something, he done said some stuff before that literally made sense. And I was like, actually, he's a good, replacement, for Jessica. But then it's some things that he says, that always throws me off. And he's literally agreeing with a lot of other people that's saying that's not understanding. Understand the principle about it. We're not saying that forget his military service. No, thank him for that service. You're 20 over 20 years. Man, listen, my brother served 4 years. That was a long time for me. So I'm already knowing this for you, for these people that's out here that's serving 10, 20, 30 years. So that's one thing. But then when you lie about something, that's not good.
A law to lie about your military service in certain situations. I mean, Congress and America takes this very seriously.
Okay, as an American, if you understand the sacrifice of the military and what people were voluntarily signing up to go do in Iraq and Afghanistan in 2005, 2006, after 9/11, this should enrage you. You should be demanding answers, and there should be a thorough explanation. He did run for Congress on this, and he continued to lie about the theaters of war that he said that he served in. Inside Waltz's unit, which he did not deploy to Iraq with, J.R. Salzman, who was in the unit, lost his arm. There are big sacrifices that were made in 2005, 2006 in Iraq. A member of his unit was killed there.
Right.
You have a number of people now trying to fight this the media is doing. It's not even the campaign doing it, by going after J.D. Vance's service and saying, well, he was a Marine, but he was only a public affairs officer. Well, in 2005 and 2006 and throughout many other years of the war, what were Marine officers in public affairs doing? They were escorting journalists around cities like Ramadi. And U.S. Marine Major Megan McClung was killed in 2006 escorting journalists in Ramadi. So maybe they should just take a step back, not try to game out who did what, and ask the vice presidential candidate for the Democrats to explain why he used a lie of saying that he was in war, carrying guns in war, said he was deployed to these places when he didn't go, for political gain, not just now, but throughout his career. And it matters because people died, they sacrificed, they were disfigured for the rest of their lives. And that's why it should matter to everybody when people do this.
But I just want to make sure, Greg, your beef with him is that he lied about, he didn't correct the record or lied about his service. You're saying something different. He didn't choose to go. He got deployed. The orders were given. He didn't say, give me an a la carte menu.
He was in Iraq.
No, but Katie, you're saying he went to Europe and he was also helping in Afghanistan, but he was there, assigned to Europe. If he had been assigned to Iraq, I think he would have gone. I don't hear anybody saying
he was.
What is he not getting?
Deployed to Iraq and he left.
But previously,
abandoned his troops.
J.R. Salzman was in his
here.
unit and was deployed to Iraq and got blown up and lost his arm. Go to his Twitter feed, see his photos of him in Iraq. That's where he was.
And I've never criticized J.D. Vance for what he did and how he did it. He should be applauded for that.
Click here.
No, don't try to clean it up now. Don't try to clean it up. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Don't try to do it now. You still trying to justify the fact, and then what makes me mad is that she went and read off the whole script of a member died, member lost his arm. And just think about that, y'all. If that happened to two of those people, I don't care how strong you are. Mental can take over. Mental can take over. I don't care. Once upon a time, couple few years ago, I was, going here, doing this, doing that, Now it's just like chillax, chill at home. We good, I have so much PTSD, and so much anxiety and so much things that I'm going through. So I can just about imagine, I couldn't imagine, something like that, even though that something bad happened, with a weapon, right in front of me, but still, that's a different, that's man. And then, to lie about something and you're that's, I don't know, man. That's extremely sad and messed up to me. I don't know. And I just hate that people are literally supporting that. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. Make sure y'all comment down below y'all thoughts on this. Catch y'all next one.